pleasure to see you guys here. I'm a little nervous, especially after such a great speech that Ron made here. You should know, guys, Ron, I don't know how to express it, but he's one of the really very few people who is real. You know what I mean by that, right? And it's been such a great pleasure to have people like Ron around who are willing to help, willing to put their efforts and not just speak from the bottom of their heart, but you know, in Judaism what really counts is deed. They do things, they accomplish things. I think it's a great source of inspiration for all of us here, and eventually each of us hopefully will get the message and do something in his own way. Basically, I feel like pretty much like I'm graduating myself here. I'm very excited to see you here, and I think Rabbi Takaska said it's been a milestone graduation ceremony for the previous semester. I'm thinking though, you see it's spring outside, we're just done with the winter, and spring is a new season, a season of new beginnings, and we're just about to start Passover. Passover is really coming soon, which is basically a new beginning of Jewish history. And there's a deep meaning in the fact that we celebrate each year. We say each year that we're taking ourselves out of Egypt. We ourselves are enslaved in our own way, each of us in our own way. And we're taking ourselves out of Egypt, and we become free. I think that this message of freedom comes really in the right time. We're graduating here, we finished the program, but I think it really should be a new beginning for all of us. And each of us will find his own meaningful way how to express the knowledge and the inspiration he got on the program, and how to make sure that we stick to each other and we accomplish great things for the Jewish people and for all of us. So I really want to say thank you to all of you from the bottom of my heart, and for sure say thank you to Ron and his wonderful family for supporting us, for being with us, for doing all he does. And guys, I think we're really going to accomplish great things together. Thank you so much.
Introduce our next awardee. Just like to express the essence of what we're doing. It's so important. I think that there's a lot of Jewish organizations that have attempted to put together so-called leadership programs. And they come and go, and they really did not make an impact. And I think that this program, in all my years of involvement in doing things for Russian Jews, working in this field, doing our little thing, I've never seen anything like what has been happening over the past year. And I think the key to what we're doing, and one of the questions that's always asked is, you know, it's a leadership program, but we do not do anything which is typically done in a leadership program. In many of the leadership programs run by the UJA, they talk about all sorts of things like public speaking and like organizing things and teaching you how to do stuff and everything, and they come and go, these leadership programs, and they just dissipate. You don't see the impact. And here we have, you know, altogether between all the programs, a couple of hundred students getting more and more involved, getting more and more excited about things. And I think the key to this first semester program is a slogan. To represent the Jewish people, you have to know what the Jewish people represent. The only way that we could really get involved is if we realize what a treasure we have in our heritage. The only way that you could become a leader is if you value and love what Jewish life has to offer. Because if you don't love it, you can't dedicate time to it, and you can't get others involved. And all those skills that they teach in the leadership programs, they won't make a difference. And now that we're graduating this first semester, we've met some exciting people. We experienced Israel. We experienced the best that Jewish life has to offer. We met people like Ron. That was worth it. That's the whole.
That's it.
Yeah. But now it's the beginning. Now it's the time to really get involved. Now that we opened our hearts and see how beautiful this thing is, now it's time to go to the next level. To go to the next leadership program, the Heritage program, and to get involved in building something truly great, which we're going to discuss later on in the program.
And some other games, because every class is a game. And just maybe sharing with you one quality of a leader. I think, sometimes different qualities, they're not either good or bad. The same way as matzah or chometz as a flour, it depends how you use it. So I remember that I was driving on a bus in Russia, and a person was sitting near me, and I looked at him, and he was obviously Jewish, a big Jewish nose, and I'm by nature a very shy person. I was sitting, and I was shy, and then I asked myself, I'm trying to get out of Russia, and imagine I'm already out of Russia. Who's going to talk to this person? And I was able somehow to say to myself, stop, enough being patient. And I turned to him and I said, by the way, I have something interesting to show you. This I did, by the way, later on. Maybe I'll show to one of my classes. This is the concentration camp in the city of Perm. And somebody by the name Yosef Mendelevich, when he escaped while he was freed from this camp, he showed me the picture. And in 1985, when I was already in Israel, I also told myself, enough. And I made a special brochure that I sent to President Ronald Reagan then, and another 10,000 copies to many Jews and leaders around. And as a matter of fact, talking to this fellow who was sitting, I'm going back to Moscow in the bus. So I invited him to come to me for Shabbos, obviously. Later on, he immigrated to Israel. He lives in Israel. He's a very warm and observant Jew. What I wanted to say, maybe just sharing this picture with you, that what is common to all the, so to speak, let's call them leaders, all people that make changes in the world, that sometimes at a certain point they have no patience. Patience can be very, very good and extremely important quality. But sometimes patience is not tolerance, but compliance. When a slave is compliant with his state of a slave, he will not able to be a free person. He will not going to be able to free himself in change. That's why, believe it or not, the first cup, our rabbis say, we drink and we say the words of Torah, that Hashem, God, took us out of Sivlos Mitzrayim. What means Sivlos Mitzrayim? The patience of Egypt. Sivlos, lisbol, to tolerate, to be patient. So the great Rebbe from Gur, Sfas Emes, he explained, the first step in freeing yourself is to realize that this current state of slavery cannot continue. So I would like therefore to say that the same way in Russia there were people who said enough is enough and we're not going to continue this way, and they made their changes, maybe empire of evil collapsed as a result. The same way that people like Ron Hirsch and others used to say, let my people go, and as a result we are here. I think it is our turn to start saying loud and clear, not only let my people go, but also let my people know. Thank you so much.